All right, let's dive into this South Korean drama, Dongjae, The Good of the Bastard.
Ah, this one spins off from that Stranger series.
Yeah, you know, the one that tackled all that corruption in the legal system.
Exactly. And this series, well, it jumps right back into that world.
But from the outline, it looks like there's a twist.
Definitely a twist, a heavy dose of dark comedy this time.
So we've got all these episode recaps and reviews to guide us.
Yeah, let's unpack this show.
See what makes it so unique.
It really takes those themes of justice and corruption.
You know, those familiar ones.
And it flips them on their head. We're dropped right into the life of Seo Dong Jae.
He's a prosecutor, right?
Yeah, at the Cheongju District Prosecutors Office. Ambitious guy.
Wants to climb that ladder.
Definitely, but there's something holding him back.
What's that?
He's haunted by this past corruption scandal.
So, not your typical hero, then?
Not at all. The sources paint him as this flawed character, opportunistic.
But also funny.
Surprisingly, yeah, pretty funny.
Okay, so who else is in this mix with Dongjae?
We've got Cho Byung-gun.
Another prosecutor.
Yeah, he quickly becomes Dongjae's rival. And then there's a CEO, Wan-Sung.
Shady dealings.
Oh yeah, he just screams shady dealings.
Sounds like there's going to be some serious drama. How does it all start?
Episode 1 throws us right into the action with a case.
What kind of case?
Seems pretty simple at first. A piece of valuable pottery gets broken, and they think the restaurant owner might be responsible. But get this, that restaurant owner,
Yeah.
he turns out to be a serial killer.
Whoa, talk about an unexpected twist.
Right, and that's where the dark comedy comes in.
How so?
You have this incredibly serious situation with the serial killer,
Yeah.
but Dong Jae's reaction, the way he's thinking about how to use this.
Use it to his advantage.
Exactly, it's played for laughs.
So it makes you ask, how far will he go?
Even when he's dealing with something this dark.
It makes you wonder if he can even be good.
When he's so focused on his own ambition.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And I bet those supporting characters.
Oh, they definitely add fuel to that fire.
Especially someone like Wan-Sung lurking around.
Absolutely. Wan-Sung is like the poster child for that corrupt system.
The one that Dongjae is trying to navigate.
Exactly. He's everything Dongjae could become.
If he takes the easy path.
Right. So their relationship, it's key.
To understanding Dongjae.
To figuring out if he's the good or the bastard. And you know, when we talk about Wan-Sung,
Yeah.
he really highlights a core issue.
What's that?
This idea of a sponsored prosecutor.
Sponsored prosecutor.
You're right. Might be something new for viewers outside of Korea.
Yeah, for anyone who's not familiar, break that down for us. What does that even mean?
So basically it means they're being backed financially.
By
Someone powerful, you know? A corporation, a politician.
someone with influence.
Exactly. And that creates a conflict of interest. Makes
Yeah.
you question their motives.
Oh, yeah. Can they really uphold justice?
When they're in someone's pocket. Someone who might be breaking the law themselves.
Wow. That adds a whole other layer to Dongjae's character.
Especially with his past.
It makes his struggle to redeem himself even harder.
Absolutely. But this concept, this sponsored prosecutor thing,
Yeah.
it's not just a plot device.
What do you mean?
It speaks to a larger issue. Systemic corruption.
The show really grapples with that.
It does. Makes you wonder how much of the justice system is truly impartial.
When these kinds of relationships exist,
Exactly.
it's like Dongjae's caught in this web.
And it's not just about his ambition anymore. He's representing a flaw in the entire system.
And that's what makes this show so interesting, right?
It asks us to look beyond Dongjae's choices. Consider the forces at play.
The forces that shape those choices.
Right. Can someone like Dongjae even be good?
In a system that rewards bastard behavior.
That's the question. And I bet the other characters, they really test that idea.
Like his rival, Young Gun, right?
Oh, yeah.
He seems even more ambitious than Dongjae.
Bung-gun, he's like the dark reflection of Dongjae. Willing to play dirty,
Cut corners.
exploit any situation to get ahead. Their rivalry, though,
Yeah,
it brings some humor to the show.
much needed.
Definitely. But it serves a deeper purpose, too.
Like they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah,
Showing how ambition can go different ways.
exactly. You see Byung-gun constantly trying to one-up Dongjae, stealing credit for cases,
Yeah.
undermining his investigation.
It really shows you how cutthroat it is.
The prosecutor's office,
Huh.
that pressure to succeed no matter what.
Even at the expense of others.
Right.
So Byung-gun represents what happens when ambition goes too far.
He embodies that bastard side.
While Dongjae's still wrestling with it.
Precisely. But it's not so black and white.
You mean it's not just good versus bad?
Yeah, the show does a good job of complicating those labels.
So even someone like Byung-gun,
He has moments of vulnerability, makes surprising choices.
that's what keeps you hooked.
You never know who to root for, what's going to happen next.
And then there's Ji-hee, right? Another prosecutor.
She becomes a key ally for Dongjae, represents a different kind of ambition.
How so?
More idealistic, focused on justice within the system.
So she's a counterpoint to both Dongjae and Byung-gun.
Yeah, she reminds us that there's still hope. Good people can make a difference.
And she's crucial for Dongjae.
She challenges him, pushes him to be better, shows him he doesn't have to compromise
His values.
to succeed. She's like his moral compass.
The question is, will he follow it?
That's the big question. And this series, it doesn't give us easy answers. It forces us to confront the complexity.
Of what these characters are going through.
Their choices, the pressure, everything.
It sounds like the writers want us to think.
Not just be entertained.
So we've talked about the serious stuff, the moral conflicts, the corruption, but the outline mentioned dark humor. How does that fit in?
That's what makes this series so unique, balancing those heavy themes with moments of comedy.
It's like a release valve.
Exactly. Gives you a chance to breathe.
So it's not just silly humor.
No, it comes from the characters.
Yeah.
Their interactions, the absurdity of the situations.
Give us an example.
Well, there's this scene, right? Dongjae's trying to get information out of a suspect.
Okay.
He ends up doing this ridiculous dance.
A dance.
Hilarious. And totally unexpected.
I love it when shows can do that.
Find humor in the darkness.
It makes it so much more engaging.
Absolutely. It's a testament to the writers.
They can make you laugh 1 minute, then you're on the edge of your seat the next.
That's right.
Dongjae, The Good or the Bastard, sounds like a show that's not afraid to take risks,
Push boundaries.
blend genres, really challenge viewers.
Definitely breaks the mold.
It sounds like Dongjae, The Good or the Bastard is a show that's doing more than just checking boxes.
Definitely a multi-layered experience.
We've been talking about the themes, the narrative,
Yeah.
but I'm curious about the technical side of things.
Oh, yeah, the technical aspect.
The things that bring this story to life.
Right.
It seems like the show's visuals are a big part of that.
The cinematography is fantastic.
What makes it stand out?
They create this gritty atmosphere,
Gritty how?
almost noirish.
Yeah.
Lots of shadows, stark lighting.
To reflect the moral ambiguity of the story.
Exactly. You really feel like you're in this underbelly of the legal system.
Seeing those backroom deals.
The hidden motives.
So it adds to the tension.
That feeling of unease that runs through the story.
Definitely. And they don't shy away from the ugliness of corruption either.
Not at all.
I read about a scene in the outline
Which one?
where Dongjae ends up at this abandoned construction site.
Oh, yeah.
What's the significance of that?
The way it's shot, with the crumbling concrete, rusty metal.
Yeah.
It's like a physical representation of the decay within the system.
Wow, it's amazing how visuals can do that.
It adds so much depth.
And what about the pacing of this show? We all know how frustrating it can be when a show drags.
Oh, you won't have that problem here. The pacing is excellent.
It keeps you engaged.
They balance the quiet moments with the action, the suspense.
Speaking of those quiet moments, I wanted to go back to the humor for a second.
Okay.
You talked about how it's like a release valve.
Yeah.
Can you give us a specific example of how that works?
Sure. There's this scene where Dongjae is trying to convince his wife to let him go after Wan-Sung.
Okay.
He's determined to take him down.
But his wife's worried.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
She's worried about the risks, given his past.
What does he do?
He launches into this over-the-top apology for all his past mistakes.
Yes.
Prostrating himself on the floor, begging for forgiveness.
Okay, I can see the humor there.
Right.
But does it feel out of place with everything else going on?
Not at all. That's the brilliance of it. The scene is genuinely funny.
Yeah.
But it also reveals so much about Dongjae.
His desperation
His willingness to do whatever it takes.
to reach his goal.
But there's also this vulnerability there.
So the humor has a purpose.
It adds layers to the characters and the story.
It's not just there for cheap laughs. It sounds like Dongjae, The Good or the Bastard, is really a masterclass in blending genres.
Creating a unique viewing experience.
It breaks the mold. And for
Wow.
anyone who enjoys a show that challenges you, makes you think,
Keeps you guessing.
this one should be at the top of your list.
Absolutely.
And to our listeners, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
If you've seen Dongjae, The Good or the Bastard, what stood out? What did you find compelling?
Share your thoughts. Join the conversation.
Let's explore these complex stories together.
Because that's what it's all about.
Engaging with these narratives.
Dissecting the themes.
Coming away with a richer understanding
of the world around us.
So, until our next deep dive.
Keep watching.
Keep thinking.
And keep those conversations going.